Okay, so we will come to our last topic for today, and that's about why economists disagree. So, as I said in the example of one hand and on the other hand that the economists usually use, there is most of the time there are also disagreement within economists, and that is for the two main reasons. I will read these two reasons from the book. The first is that economists may disagree about the validity of alternative positive theory of how the world works. So economists may disagree about how a positive theory explains one phenomena. For example, one say if there is unemployment in the economy, one would say, it's because of the financial system or financial way of managing it. The other might say, for example, it's because of our monetary policy. So different economists hold different ideas of how world works, and that's why they don't most of the time agree with each other. And the second reason is that economists may have different values and therefore different normative views about what government policies should aim to accomplish. And here it's also simple that some economists probably they will prefer, for example, high inflation over unemployment. So, but on the other hand, someone would say, no, we should ignore inflation and we should focus more on unemployment. So it's the individual value of economists that they put on different phenomena, and that's why they disagree. Okay, there is a list of 20 different economic propositions, and then in the book, and then there are different percentages of how many economists agree or disagree on this topic. The last thing I want to share is that if you read this book, there is a small box throughout the book, and it says "Ask the expert." So if you're studying one topic, and then this gives you what would other economists think about the same topic. And there is one interesting source of this, and it's called IGM, Economic Expert Panel. There is actually a website or probably an organization that very famous economists, including the author of this book, they are a member of this panel. And every 2 weeks, or I don't know, within a month, this organization poses a question to all the economists in this panel, and then they see their responses. How many of them agree? How many of them disagree? Or for how many of them it doesn't matter? What does it explain is that it can gives you a sense of how different economists first think, and to put it in a simple word, like there is no straightforward yes or no answer to this problem. So probably some will have positive view about this topic, some might have negative view on this topic. And most of the time you will see this chart in this book. So that was all for this chapter. As I said, this chapter 2 is also part of the introduction. So we did the 10 principles of economics, and then this, how the economists think. This completes the introduction part of this book. And from the next chapter on, we will start talking about the main economic topics, starting with chapter 3. And it's about interdependence and gains from trade. So that's the first topic that we will study in the coming class. I hope it was helpful for you, and take care. Bye.